The young man kept to himself for most of the day. The only time she saw him was briefly when they had a bite or two to eat. He remained silent the entire time, and then he would go back to the room where he had been staying. As for her, she regretted everything that happened that day, and she went to the room where she was staying. It was obvious that he was pushing her away, and as much as she hated it, she realized that it was best to try to move on, even though she knew that she would never be able to forget him. She wished more than ever that she could contact her brother because she just wanted the entire nightmare to end. She sighed as she laid down on the bed. She closed her eyes, and it wasn't long after that when the bedroom door opened. The young man quietly made his way into the room, and he walked over to the bed. When he approached it, he looked at her for a moment. His heart raced, and he trembled as he kept his eyes on her. Then he closed his eyes as he gave her a kiss. Tension rose inside of him when he opened his eyes and noticed she was looking right at him. He was about to walk away when she took him by the hand. The young man sat down, and then the two of them looked at one another before they kissed. Then they hugged each other tightly. Then the young man was about to get up. "Please, stay with me," she said. The young man said nothing to her as he looked into her eyes for a moment, and then he laid down beside her. She was glad that he came into the room, even though she could see that he was still tense. She smiled as she looked into his eyes as she gently touched the side of his face. She knew that she would never be able to forget him as her feelings for him continued to grow. She hoped that she would never have to move on because she knew, without a doubt, that she wanted him to be a part of her life.